7 of the NFL. And we'll be watching the Browns' leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Browns and the Raiders, and it's all up next.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play, and they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games. And off we go from Las Vegas. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. The Browns at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Well, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. You look at this Raiders defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the number 1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Back to throw now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sullivan. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw right there. They want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
Off play action. Stockton. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle, but give credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Stockton. And he will find his man on the outside. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Looking to throw. Stockton. He's into the secondary. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big...
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are on the board first here in Vegas. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You look at this Browns defense. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
2nd and 9 now. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Back to throw. Schneider. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Back to throw again. Short throw caught by Bowers. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they've got to get their footwork involved, and that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing went right, and the ball got knocked free.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. Operating from the gun. Stockton. He finds his man. Complete. That's Sullivan. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Patterson now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The drive there only spanning 3. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. No run back here for Jones. A touchback. The Raiders.
Yeah, I don't know where Jalen Wright is.
Headed out for the second possession.
Another
take a look at the league leaders.
Another game where just a random players
out
is
of the
missing.
Backfield. His numbers are superior to the rest of his
He didn't get hurt or
peers at this
anything,
point in
so
the
I don't know.
season.
That's why I looked at the injury report. I think maybe he's hurt. I didn't even realize my safety was hurt,
Vegas
but whatever.
about set to begin the drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Schneider. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down of the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jamison Williams, 82 yards. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Extra point by York is up and good. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter from Vegas, the homestanding Raiders with a football here. As they've got it as we resume action. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Browns offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half. The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And they'll go again with Abanikanda. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Here is third down and 4. Looking to throw. Stockton. They'll set up the screen to Abanikanda. And he is going to have a Browns first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Stockton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And the safety, Trayvon Merrick, up to make the play defensively.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. And that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
From the gun, here's Abanikanda. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Operating from the gun, Stockton throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sullivan, and he won't quite make it. He needed 6, he got about 5. 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
On 4th down, Stockton got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, Abanikanda. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Abanikanda on 1st and 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Israel Abanikanda, his first touchdown on. And the Browns go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
A handoff for Warren. Able to slither by. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Open man right side, Myers. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. On the give, it's Warren. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Warren.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Schneider. Pass complete right side to Bowers. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole down to punt this one away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So here are the Browns to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Stockton. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Stockton. His throw incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because any completions on 1st and 2nd down, now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Schneider. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught left side. Myers with it. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down. Looking to throw. Schneider. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got man complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Jacoby Myers as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. At their own 30-yard line. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman. And message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Warren. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Now a 2nd and 6. They'll run it. Warren. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Warren will try the right side. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback because everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
He finds his man complete. That's Sullivan. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. You take a look at his receiving numbers so far. He's been terrific. Up over 100 yards now for the game. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Hands it off out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
3rd and 8. Back to throw. Stockton. Pass taken in by its big tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Sullivan. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Here now, 3rd and a yard. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? It looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
64 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 38 now. Here's 2nd down and 3. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Browns.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession.
See, this is what frustrates me. Like, okay, number 7's over here. If you watch the guy that was covering him, and I had no intention of throwing the ball to him, but if you watch what the corner does, the corner comes in like he's going to be covering something else. So right when I threw the ball, which is about here, I threw the ball about here because of the timing pass. He all of a sudden switches and runs right in front of the ball. So when he goes back, I'm reading. I'm like, oh, he's not covering the tight end, or he's going to cover his inside. Right when I throw the ball, he like adjusts perfectly. It's like that's why I throw my pick sometimes, because it's like they go back like they're going to do one thing, and then all of a sudden they do something completely different.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And then my guy doesn't even fucking fight for the ball. That's why there's so many picks in the game. The receivers don't. They don't put in the algorithm or whatever. The receivers actually fight for the ball too. They just let them fucking. They let the defender.
They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read. Play.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Looking to throw. Schneider. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Warren. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Warren. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. Warren will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point by York is up and good. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground here with Abanikanda. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. Abanikanda once again. And some room to run now. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. Operating from the gun, Stockton. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20, following a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stockton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. The give now to Abanikanda. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Israel Abanikanda with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point try now for Patterson. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And now here come the Raiders. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Up the middle they go. Warren. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down from the 43. Here's second down and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Warren. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Warren. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
At the 46-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Warren. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Raiders on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Schneider. Open man is Myers. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Schneider. Down the sideline he goes. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Trey Palmer, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Throwing to start the drive. Stockton. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. Back to throw. Stockton. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yeah, indeed, the flag is out. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 91 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Out left to Dotson. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Third and long always tilts to the defense. And I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a first down.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive will take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Well, the black hole and everyone in Vegas on their feet. Here's third down now. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Well, the noise got to be an issue now offensively. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Abanikanda. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Patterson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's
how convenient. My number 1 running back gets hurt. They've got a good kick return. I mean, this is ridiculous. It's so obvious. It's so obvious, man.
Seconds remaining.
They're going to get a touchdown or something here.
Defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback.
This game's
here
weird. It's like I feel like I'm way superior to this team. Like my players feel a lot better than this team, but I can't stop it for some reason. It's just odd.
And they'll get to him after a gain
fucking 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. He just shredded me for some fucking reason.
Down and 3.
All right, this team's not even that good.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I don't know if you need the big shot right there or not, because you've still got time to work some of the shorter stuff and try to get into field goal range. They did go for the big one there. It would have been nice, but it winds up incomplete.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Warren. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. That is caught. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. He's back to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete. But still need
no pass rush. I mean, this is ridiculous, man. I'm usually getting like multiple sacks a game. This guy's standing there burping the baby. It's like they just want to give this team the game. It's just weird. This is a weird game.
To have one last shot.
Another
they're
going
to tie the game.
They'll look to throw.
I think the Raiders are going to win this game. Look at this. My team's just bumbling and fumbling into each other, and it's just,
on the clock.
you know, they're running one way and then sprinting the other way and picking my balls off when my player doesn't even fucking bother going for the ball, and it's just like
plays and go over different situations and scenarios.
Let's see what happens here.
Everyone is on the same page.
they shouldn't make it, but
Now the Browns signal for the
I don't know
second
why
of
they
their
keep putting me on
timeouts.
this.
That'll leave them with just one remaining in this
we go.
fourth quarter of play. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And that is no good. Wide to the right. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
We so often think of these kickers as automatic at any distance, and it's just not the case, because when you start talking about 50-plus yards, it's still a tough one to connect on. This one ends up no good, and that should put to rest any chance of this game getting to overtime.
Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.
So for the Browns, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.